We zijn aangekomen bij Boaty McBoatface.
It is a tragedy that such a noble and indeed historic name has been wasted on this vessel of criminal enterprise.
Ik zie ook 1 open raam.
Windows? There must be a lower deck inside. There's a ladder right there. I don't need to climb in through the windows.
Is er een ladder? Ah, er is een ladder. Oh, hij stijgt op.
Oh, Platty, Platty, Boaty. Come out wherever you are.
This is what I get for relying on
Ah.
other people. I suppose the hench tiger simply let you out when you asked.
I escaped, actually, with my skills and a stick and a sexy whip. No, not a sexy whip. Forget that bit. Point is, it's over now, Platty. You got nowhere to go, and the police are heading our way.
Nowhere to go? How you tracked me this far, I'll never understand. Do you even have a brain? I'm on an airship, you buffoon. I can go anywhere I like. As for the police, well, they're welcome to all the hench tigers they can round up at that decrepit park. I'll be long gone before the sun rises.
You won't...
Get away with this? I already have, you moron! I have an airship full of fluff, a bag of bees' money, and a pocket full of seeds. You and your meddling have ultimately achieved nothing. So I can't go back to Meow Meow Furrington. So what? I can take my pick of other countries and simply start over. I'll treat this whole escapade as a learning opportunity. As for you, well, your body can be a cautionary tale for this traitorous city when it washes up on shore tomorrow.
Oh, is
There,
gewapend.
I see. Okay. Gun time. Already. Fair enough, but...
Ze is
indulge me
gewapend.
a little bit first.
I am so tired of your whiny voice. No! You're done! Take a good look at the city you've worked so tirelessly to help. It doesn't care. It barely knows you exist. And once we get over deep water, I'll send your body down into it. It'll forget even that much.
Well then, I guess we've got something in common, because it doesn't know you exist either, Platty.
We have nothing in common, you worm. The city will learn what I tried to do, and the people will agree. And it will be your name that they try to forget. Cuddles Nutter Butter, the cat who ruined everything.
Oh, I think not, Ms. Dramatic. My assistant has my dial recorder. She knows exactly how things actually went down. Duncan will confess. Your partner in crime, Beatrice, will be arrested, and you'll be nothing but a footnote on the coffee-stained pages of this case. If anything, Edgar will emerge as the hero, the only one in this whole sorry mess who maybe tried to do something that would be good for everyone else, not just for himself.
Edgar? A hero? Never! He was a Montague.
Nou, we gaan gewoon alles af, hè.
Ja.
Just because Edgar was a Montague doesn't mean he was just treading the same path. He had lost someone he cared about. He was trying to make things better. He could have united the families, Montague and Capulet, under one person. He could have been negotiated with. Things could have been different. But you've set them at each other's throats now, and who knows how bad things will get before it's over.
I'm glad I killed him, men. Why don't you see it? We need them to fight amongst themselves to weaken one another. The Montagues, the Capulets, the Megtheridons, they're all just cats who got lucky in life and never had to sacrifice anything for what they have. They can't change. None of them can change. And cats like you just keep making excuses for them. You're complicit.
I don't support what they do, but that doesn't mean I believe people should go around murdering them. That doesn't make me complicit. It makes me better.
It makes you the same. You do nothing. I have worked. I have planned. I have given everything all by myself. And cats like you Want me to let them just carry on? No! They don't deserve what they have. I do! So I will take it all and do it all properly!
Platty, the crime lord, here to ruin the day.
Stop calling me that stupid name! She won't exist much longer. Nobody will remember her. But I'll make sure they remember Kitty.
If by remember you mean hate, then sure. You think cats will praise you for creating fluff after it ruins their city?
I don't care. Better to be hated than powerless.
Oké.
You seem to think the people will side with you even as you ignore every single individual you've abused. What about Duncan, for example? You kept him addled on Fluff, making and selling drugs for you. Fluff ruined him. He had a respectable life before you. Who knows if he'll ever recover? And you want to do the same to countless others.
Oh, please. He leapt at the chance to get involved. He was quite the nip user already, I suspect. Probably needed the money to keep the habit or something. I still had to do almost everything myself. He truly is useless. But at least he can do one last good thing. And help take the fall for all this.
You know, the Montamues and the Catulets keep their power because they're not foolish enough to throw the people they depend on under the bus the moment the winds change. It's not a failing to need others, Platty. Do you get that? Everyone does, in some way. Family, friends, co-workers.
And that is why they will all fail. Weak points! Look at you with your sad little secretary. She couldn't stop you ending up here with a gun on you, did she?
Oh, she could have, but I didn't want her to go to prison for beating you senseless.
Like I said,
Agressie, hè?
weakness.
Yeah.
You must realize that by running away, you're leaving the door open to B getting all the credit for this instead of you.
B?
Oh.
Beatrice? She can barely string a sentence together. She's moggy about trains. She couldn't mastermind a...
Potato salad, yes, you've mentioned, but somehow you've missed the simple fact that all you need to do to convince people of something is to confirm their expectations. The city knows about the Magtheridons, old money weirdos who live in crazy castles. Of course one was masterminding a drug operation. It will take no convincing at all. It's her that your hench tigers are really afraid of, after all. She's the one putting heads in freezers to motivate people. She's the one running cats over with trains. I can see the headline now. Weirdo Magtheridon kills innocent Montamu and also city's most beloved PI while
Weirdo
running secret
Magtheridon.
drug ring, because of course she did.
They all know
Klinkt goed.
Yeah.
nobody will fall for that pathetic lie.
Maybe, but my secretary, the one you were so dismissive about, she's real smart, and she'll be pretty mad that you shot me. So I think she'll put her writing talents to use and make sure that not a single newspaper article so much as mentions the name Platty Cremiston.
It doesn't matter. I will return one day. And when I do, when this city is crying out to be saved from those monsters, then they will welcome me back with open arms.
Ja.
So Edgar was just someone for you to exploit, and yet you think you're better than any of the other families.
Edgar was a fool. If it hadn't been me, it would have just been someone else.
Or it would have been nobody, and he would have lived a long and fulfilling life. You don't know. None of us know, Platty. And you can't invoke fate like a washcloth to sweep across the past and erase what you wrote there.
What I wrote? It's his own fault he died. All I did was sneak the keycard for his father's office out of his jacket at the club that night. He was already so drunk he never noticed. I was gonna leave it in my room after and tell him he dropped it if he came asking. But I left the elevator unlocked for a quick escape, and he wasn't supposed to come back. I just wanted some dirt on Bartholomew.
Ah. Dus het was een
What are
ongeluk.
you doing? Did you steal my card?
Edgar, darling, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Answer the question, Platty. Platty, look at me.
I told you not to call me Platty!
Klets. Wat een agressieve vrouw.
Planned. Figures. The body being moved hardly any distance. The messy clues left all over, leaving the murder weapon in Bartholomew's safe. Very you, all in all. Well done for sticking to your brand, Platty. Selfish short-sightedness.
Your stupidity is truly incredible. Are you insulting me while I have a gun on you? For that matter, do you really think you could just climb on board and stop me?
Well, I had a small hope that you'd just turn yourself in, but then the gun came out. And that wasn't entirely unexpected. You're just the sort to carry one, after all. Now, normally I'd make up a half-baked plan on the fly, same as you like to do, but not this time. No, not this time. I knew exactly what to do before I climbed on board. And when I put that plan in motion, you didn't even realize it. You didn't even realize it's happening right now, and it's working perfectly.
Plan? What plan? Flying police cars coming to arrest me? Some unlikely homemade contraption of rubber bands and exercise weights designed to incapacitate me?
Nothing that grand. See, my best friend is sitting in that big tent of yours, slowly coming down from a dangerous high that your fluff sent her on, and that made me mad. I finally understand what was going on in Edgar's head when he found out the gumdrop died of Fluff. He was like me, couldn't just stand aside and watch his friends suffer. She's pretty unstoppable, Tabby is, but that Fluff did a number on her. Still, if I'd let her, she'd definitely have climbed on board and tried to claw you to shreds. But, like I said, I kinda anticipated the gun, and I would rather die than see that amazing cat get hurt anymore by the likes of you, Platty. So, I had to do this, because if I didn't, no force on Firth could have stopped Tabby, drugged or not, from doing it herself.
That's your genius plan? Come after me so she won't? That's not a plan. That's idiotic. Suicidal. Weakness.
Well, half the plan. The second half is even simpler. Keep you talking until we've flown far enough away that she won't hear the gunshot.
You know, maybe I was wrong about you. I don't think others have made you weak at all. I think the weakness is just who you are.
Ik ben benieuwd waar dit
What sort
naartoe
of
gaat.
selective world do you
Yeah.
see through those eyes, I wonder? Then again, I don't really care. Goodbye, Cuddles.
I thought it was all over for me then. I was prepared to die. What I wasn't expecting was to
What?
live, really. It was a genuine problem. Surviving the bullet almost killed me.
Ah,
Cucumbers, that
Oké.
hurt.
nou, op naar het open raam, denk
Am I
ik.
not dead?
Lijkt me ook, ja.
I need to shimmy closer first. Just keep.
Ja.
It'd be
Kijk hem
pretty
gaan.
depressing to survive being shot and then fall to my death right after. Just wide enough to not get stuck on my cake hand. I mean my love handles. Made it. Almost there. The
Oké.
bullet hit my badge head on. Oh wow. I will never
Hier is
again complain
een
about
grote
how
hendel.
heavy it is.
Ja.
Hey! Who's there?
Ah, whiskers.
Oh.
Who's down there? Hench tigers? I told you to stop chasing mice in the hold!
Spogger Lakywog.
Duncan, you imbecile! What are you doing in the park oval?
Wij doen alsof we Duncan zijn.
The idiot cat!
Whoop whoop whoop, charcoal underwear.
Shut up! Now I'm stuck with you until we reach Pashan.
Pashan, daar is die vrouw.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see you once.
Die wetenschapper.
Do you hear?
Mhm.
Just stay down there and don't break anything.
Gypsy rack.
Oké, wat is dit? Dit is een kist. Wat is dit voor kist? Junk?
Come on, you big stupid cube. Pepe was right. You are the worst shape.
Oké. Use junk.
This is useless. Why don't they have a DIY escape kit down here or something?
Nog meer junk. Die deur. Die zal op slot zitten.
Platty's up there. Better not.
Ja.
I have to find another way out of this.
Goed, nu heb ik hier een kist. Kan ik nog een keer met haar praten? Schaduw loopt daar, zie je dat?
Shot you instead of the stupid detective.
Misschien moet ik haar naar beneden laten vallen als die schaduw er is. Ja.
Lekker hoor.
There we go, Platty. All
We
snug
hebben
in that
in de
box,
kist getimmerd.
full of yummy fluff to give you a taste of what you put so many others
hoor.
through. Did they say vertical lines or
We hebben haar
something?
opgesloten in een kist vol met fluff.
You'll be behind some the rest of your life.
Het kan
Lots
nooit
of
goed
time
zijn.
to find that one out. Sugar. Now, to land this thing without dying in a hugely ironic fireball. So, this lever must control... Oh, whoa, what are you doing? Ship, stop turning upside down, friend. Ah! Now turn the other way. Yes. So, okay, thank you. Just stay like that.
Ik mis de
Why are
visuals.
you going up? I want to go down.
Wel bijzonder dit.
Oh, Tabby! Ramon! Edna! Someone help me! The ship has gone mad! Oh, wait a minute. No, it's fine. I was pulling the up lever? Anyway, sorry, that's on me. The labeling here is terrible. All right, down we go. Steady does it. Why am I upside down again? Okay. I got it. Yeah, that's okay. I'm almost there. Carefully, gently, yeah. So, in my rush to deliver the
Fuzzball.
criminal straight into your
Yeah.
paws, I aggressively deflighted
Deflight.
the airship.
Lekker hoor.
But there you go. One selfish and very kidnappy murderer as requested. And then you arrived, and here we all are.
The chief's not gonna believe this.
It does sound pretty crazy when I explain the whole thing like that.
Well, yeah, but mostly that you solved it.
Hey, I am competent, you know.
Yeah, you got your moments, sure, but this was a tough one. That's all I'm saying, Cuddles. Genuinely good work, though. I hope you find yourself something really nice to lick after this.
I might just finish the whole bottle, but there's a couple stops I need to make first.
Oh.
Gaat er nou gebeuren?
The
We gaan tegen die
adrenaline
vrouw
from the
zeggen dat
murder
zij
attempt and
onschuldig
the
is.
airship crash had worn
Ja.
off by the time I reached Scarlett's Theater. I felt exhausted. I was still a little dizzy from the fluff, and my chest ached where Platty's bullet had hit me. All I really wanted to do was go back to the office, have a sip from Billy, and give Tabby a huge hug. But I needed to end it. Edgar's death had been a cut deep into an already wounded family, and the bleeding had to be stopped before it drowned this whole city.
Ja,
Scarlett looked
Scarlett.
like I felt, as if a ghost had stepped inside one of the many costumes around us, giving it life but lacking substance. Yet, as she watched me approach, an invisible weight seemed to lift from her shoulders.
You solved it, Chaton. I see it in your eyes.
It was an accident. One of Bartholomew's people had ambitions. She was the one making and supplying fluff, with some help from a rich backer. Edgar surprised her in Bartholomew's office, digging for dirt on him. She panicked. She hit him, and her eyes closed and she took a deep breath in.
It was not Bartholomew.
No. So, you can call back your assassins or
Poisonous
poisonous
frogs.
frogs or whatever. Nobody else has to die over this. Her breath escaped in an explosive rush, and her shoulders sagged. She suddenly seemed far older.
Ja, mevrouw.
Thank you, Chaton.
I turned to leave, but paused. You know, you've been very insistent that Nip isn't that bad, and that you're not to blame for any of this. And I'll give you credit for this. You were smart enough to recognize that Edgar had a better plan than either of his parents had had in 30 years.
Oh, Chaton.
No, I brought your son's killer to justice. The least you can do is be quiet and listen. The market
Boy.
for fluff. The whole reason Platty and Beatrice were able to operate their scheme in the first place is because of you. You and Bartholomew, your ambitions to outdo one another have been blinding you to the consequences of your actions for so long.
It is not ambition to want to be a good mother. You cannot begin to imagine what it has cost me every day to ensure he could live a good life.
I don't have to imagine anything. I can walk out of here and see the city you two have twisted into your own image. The cats you've hurt. Edgar saw it, and he had a plan to fix, to at least try. That's more than either you or Bartholomew ever considered, apparently. But we'll never know if it would have worked, because in the end, he became just another victim. He only cared this time because he was your son. She was crying by then, her expression twisted and furious.
How dare you!
I dare, because this is not your city. It belongs to all the cats who live here, not just the powerful ones. And maybe if I hammer that point home enough, I can crack open that stone wall around your heart and give us all hope for the future. Think about your son. Think about him constantly until the loss burns inside you like a sun, and then think about doing his memory justice. Her look broke, and I saw I'd finally reached the young cat who'd walked down the red carpet all those years ago.
I don't know if I...
Edgar didn't know either. He only believed it could be done. Do you? The tears coursed down a face full of fear, uncertainty, and pain. I turned and left. My footsteps the only sound.
En we moeten nog naar Bartholomew.
Ja.
I had one more stop.
Ja.
If visiting Scarlet had been a challenge, it was nothing compared to arriving at the Nitty Kitty. Edgar's face waited for me. Forever young, forever gone. I stood there for I don't know how long, looking at him, at all the flowers around his memorial. Who else had he touched in all those months? Who had he helped? Had I done this unknown cat justice? I tried, at least, as I promised I would. It was time. Bartholomew was looking out of the window when I entered, but he'd clearly been expecting me. He stood tall and steady. No whiskey in the air this time. Nothing but the scent of expectation.
Cuddles,
Bartholomew.
I've heard. Desiree. If all she wanted was money, she could have just asked.
Money was only the start. What Platty really wanted was power. A Magtheridon was bankrolling her, but she saw that as just a temporary arrangement.
A Magtheridon, confusing wealth with influence once more. They will need a reminder of what happened the last time they tried that.
All right. Anyway, I came here because I thought you might have some questions that I could answer.
I have just one. Why? Why would Desiree have done this? Why go after Edgar?
Why? Just bad luck, an accident. She wasn't interested in Edgar except as a means to get closer to you. You were always her goal. He simply showed up at the wrong time.
She wanted to kill me?
No, not kill, just break down, I guess. She's jealous of what you have and she wanted it for herself. She felt you hadn't earned it and wanted to see you lose it so she could take the remains for herself.
Hadn't earned it? Oh, Desiree, you fool. All these decades on, and I've learned nothing. I see into people, Cuddles. I find what drives them, and I use that to control them. And it works.
Until it doesn't.
Do you think I don't see that now? It's become painfully obvious that I have a blind spot for a certain type of cat. I tell myself I know their secrets, but I do not. One of them gave me Edgar all those long years ago, and now another has taken him away. I've answered my own question, it seems. Edgar died because of me.
Honestly, Bartholomew? Yeah. The cat snorted in shocked disbelief at my calm agreement, but I was past caring. Edgar died because of your hubris. Would all of this have happened if you weren't who you are? unlikely.
One more thrust, Cuddles. The knife has not quite reached my heart.
Tough! I am not here to offer you absolution. Your actions, your choices to become this, to treat the city like your plaything, to slice it up between yourself and Scarlet, have made the cats of this city suffer for years. Don't expect any of us to open our hearts to you now, unless you think you can threaten the pain to make it go away if you consider your power over us so complete. You know, I think that if you had a chance to give it all up to get him back, but lose everything else in the process, I don't think you would. I finally saw what I had been hunting with my sharp words. Anguish. Not the look of loss or fury, but self-doubt and fear. For the first time, the cat before me looked as weak and mortal as I did, and in exchange for the small satisfaction that gave me, I had a balm. I was wrong about one thing when we last spoke. The note I found near Edgar, a gentle cat in the desert. It wasn't your fault. Well, it was, but that wasn't why he hid it before he confronted Platty. It was a password. He was gonna deliver it to the Catulets to help them bring down the Fluff Ring to win their support.
Support? From the Catulets? I don't.
To put an end to the rivalry between your families, Bartholomew. He didn't know who Scarlet was or your past history. She kept that from him, just as you did. Scarlet says he just wanted peace between the two families, a union to end the constant threat of conflict and make for a better city. I don't think he had any idea it would inadvertently have brought his parents back together. He was simply trying to make things better for all of us. The cat went silent for a long while, and I kept my expression neutral as I watched the tears streaming down his face.
He was our son, and he was the best of both of us.
He turned from me, facing the city, head bowed. I made to leave, but I
Net ook al nog één gedacht.
pause and turned back.
Ja.
Your son wanted peace between you and Scarlet.
Kom on.
May I suggest trying to finish what he started? The big cat did not respond, but as I turned to leave, I saw his bowed head lift, just a little. And then I left, tossed the club key on the floor on my way out. I won't be going back. I'm done with him, with both of them.
Wow, that's an incredible story when you put it all together like that, sir. I still can't believe how quickly you subdued Platty. What a novel use of a pile of rubber bands and exercise weights.
Yeah, easy as pie.
And what luck that she was just standing right next to that open crate of fluff to fall into. I'm just glad you weren't in any danger.
None at all, Tabby. I had a plan the whole time. Don't need to worry about me one bit.
Better keep it that way, mister. Do you think any of this will get through to Bartholomew or Scarlet? Make them reconsider what they do to the city?
I honestly don't know, Tabs. I don't think they'll stay as they are, but whether things from here get better or worse, who knows? The whole city waits breathlessly to see. Did Fuzzball call while I was out, by the way? He said he was gonna send some people around to grab Beatrice at the costume shop.
No dice on that, sir. The chief called. With congratulations, by the way. But he said that when they got to the costume shop, it was already cleared out. The only thing left was mannequins posed in, rude positions. Beatrice was apparently competent enough to know when the jig was up. Probably skipped town the moment she got wind of Platty's arrest. With her resources, she could be anywhere
Sequel
by now.
bit.
Whiskers. Well, at least we've stopped the supply of fluff, but it feels like we've missed the bigger fish.
We didn't just stop Fluff, sir. We caught a murderer. You did good. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, for sure. I just mean, Tabby, is there something wrong with me?
Wrong with you? Oh, sir, of course not. Why are you saying that?
No reason, really. Just something someone said. I guess I do feel... I mean, I just worry that I don't see the city like everyone else. Like, when I go out there, I see a different world. I feel like maybe I don't see the grime and the mess and the worst in people. I mean, like, I see it, but I also don't, if that makes sense. Maybe if I'd been more focused and less helpful, I could have caught Platty sooner. Maybe then they would have caught Beatrice. I don't know. Tabby, do I choose not to see how bad things really are in the city sometimes? And does that make me worse at my job?
No. Listen to me, Cuddles. I chose to work for you because you don't see the world like everyone else. It was clear from day one, believe me. The way you see everything in the world as an opportunity, the way you talk and listen to the cats you meet as if they exist, as if they matter. The way you don't stop trying until you find a way.
Dat is wel waar.
Other people see it too, sir. They see how you act, how you shine a light into the city's dark places. And that gives them hope. And they need hope, sir. If you had to be less you to catch Beatrice, well, I don't like that trade. Because you, as you are what the city needs more of. More cats taking on the criminals. More cats helping the little guy. More cats getting excited about the little things that happen every day. More Cuddles.
Oh, Tabs. You're gonna make me tear up. Thank you. That's actually made me feel better. Kinda feel like you know me better than I know myself sometimes.
Anytime, sir. But, with all that said, you do have some faults. One in particular comes to mind. Okay, Cuddles, I'll need a truthful answer to this question. Did you lick the mustard off my sandwich one day? You said as much on Ramon, Cuddles. I heard it very clearly.
Ramon, you betrayer! I mean, I was terrified. Yeah, there was a thing. I didn't know what I was saying. Fluff madness. Oh, my head. Come on, Tab. Do you really think I'm capable of that? I respect your sandwiches too much.
Cuddles, you are absolutely capable of licking anything in the entire world. So I need to know if I ate a sandwich that you had previously licked.
Yeah, but, like, do you really need to know, though? In the grand scheme of things, tongues appear, things get licked, sandwiches get eaten, Firth rolls on. What even is licking, if you really think about it, Tabs? Whoop, telephone call, gotta get this, Tab. Sorry, could be another case, hey!
I am not done with you, mister!
Nutter Butter Investigations. We don't lick sandwiches. How can I help you?
Hi there. I'm looking for a short cat who can't keep his tongue in his mouth.
Trick! Oh, so good to hear from you. Tabby, it's Trick.
Hi, Trick.
How's things in Pashan?
Well, that's why I'm calling, bro. I think I need your help. Something is happening here, something big, and I need help investigating it, because I don't think the honey's going to be enough this time.
Ja, zie ik wel
Lekker
beter.
hoor. Oh.
Lekker. En we hebben de paraplu niet gebruikt.
Nee, maar misschien een sequel.
Oh,
Lekker hoor.
ongelooflijk.
Ja.
Maar, we zijn klaar. Hans Wakkershauser. Hij was ook Derpy Duncan.
Ja, er zijn veel dubbele mensen. Er zijn veel dubbele mensen. Lekker Murphy.
Christian Maurits Dutois.
Lekker hoor.
Melissa Kramer. Ik denk dat het een Nederlander is, hè. Die Dutois. Edward van der Merwe. We hebben ook bij Hart van Nederland dat een Maureen Dutois.
Dat klopt.
Ja.
Dat je dat... weer opduikt.
Nicolaas Kotsen. Marcel Weijers. Hans Pieper. Lekker hoor. Ik denk dat hier wel Nederlandse invloeden zijn. Johan van Greunen. Wat jij?
Ja.
relatief weinig medewerkers aan deze game.
Inderdaad wel eens langere aftiteling gezien voor kortere games.
Ja. Oh, Ramon.
Oh.
Ramon.
Sad.
Oh, Ramon, it was the biggest scene I've ever seen in my life!
Lekker hoor.
Cool. Aww.
Hey, een senior motivation officer. Het Mozilla Firefox heeft hij aanstaan op de computer daar.
Noob.
Lekker hoor. Nou, dat was hem.
Ja.
Wij hebben de game afgerond. En
Ja.
ja, ik vind het toch vervelend dat we die paraplu niet gebruikt hebben.
Ja, dan zit je dwars, hè?
Ja. Maar goed, dat mag de pret niet drukken. We zijn klaar. De
Ja.
moord is opgelost. We hebben hopelijk de wereld weer wat verbeterd.
Ja.
En daarmee eindigt ons avontuur in Meow Meow Furrington.
Ja.
En dat betekent dat wij jullie weer gaan zien in een volgend avontuur.
Heel graag.
Dus ik zou zeggen, een hele fijne dag. En graag tot de volgende keer.
Joe, joe.
Joe, joe.